Alrighty, welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we continue on with the Tides of Fate. The party has just dealt with an issue, or at least the first issue on their to-do list, but now they've got several others. Would the party like to catch us up on what's going on?
Okay, so we've left the tavern where we first had our. We were attacked by goblins coming out of the night using a silence spell and possibly a darkness spell. We're traveling as part of a party that's transporting the dwarfs' rock seeker goods to another town. But we were part of the forward part. We've seen that we found some horses that have been ambushed by goblins. When we went to investigate, we were unfortunately also ambushed by goblins. One of them pretending to be dead and very nearly stabbing one of our party, injuring him somewhat. During the ensuing fight, some people took some damage. A couple of people, Garut and one other, were taken down, but we were able to stabilize them at least. Unfortunately, by the time the fight was over, we saw the signal that the group behind us had also been attacked, and we're heading to see what happened with them. So we've managed to get two of our unconscious comrades' bodies to drag along with us, and we've left them nearby to where the party was. It looks like they've been attacked, and we're just going into, although not having much in the way of spell slots or um, hit points, we're going in to see if we can see what's happening with the party behind us that's been supposed to be catching up.
Indeed, you left y'all's party members in a bush. There's a mostly naked Minotaur in there. He's just got a loincloth. It's a little weird. But it's fine. He's just unconscious. He's unconscious with the really flamboyant rabbit, though, isn't he?
Yes.
We're not gonna judge them on that. Don't worry about it. But we rejoin with Jesse, Bethel, and a little bit behind them, Koldak, as they surge towards the site of flames ahead of them. Does the group have anything to say as they are running?
Jesse is running, and I'll tell Bethel that uh, we have left some capable fighters near the caravan. There's definitely one caster. She is good with protective magic. Uh, there is a healer, and we don't know about their capabilities in fight, but there is a flying guard near the caravan, so they should have been able to fend off the attackers for some time and to give them a fight.
Well, then let's look for any survivors and let's try to meet up with those two.
Yeah. Three of them, actually. Yeah.
Three of
There's
them,
three of
yes.
them.
Are y'all waiting for
Uves
Koldak, who's
is the
behind you?
brother of the caster. How far is he behind?
Not too terribly far. Y'all can hear him huffing and puffing.
I think like we will run and he will like catch up eventually.
Eventually. Alright. As the two of you, Jesse and Bethel, approach the campsite, you see that it is completely in flames. The caravan wagon is up in flames. The tents and all that they got set up are all burning. And you can see people moving around as there is still an ongoing battle here at the campsite. We are going to move you maps. Why don't you have vision? We're just gonna turn that off. There we go. Give you all a good look as to what's going on. Jesse and Bethel, you are the first ones to arrive. You can see your allies, for the most part, are pushed into a corner among the flames, keeping a horde of goblins busy. There are a lot of goblin bodies on the ground, as well as a few human bodies. It looks like Kuro is attempting to distract a goblin from a pair of merchants. But as Kuro is not the best combatant themselves, they are not doing the best. But they are keeping them distracted.
Are the merchants armed?
The ones that have fallen, no. They don't
No, the
don't
one.
look like fighters.
Okay.
You can see they're scrambling to try to get away.
Do the goblins see us?
They have not yet.
Okay. I'd like to cast a minor illusion spell while they're not seeing us yet.
Okay. Do you note any
Uh,
sound, even despite how loud you can make it, is probably going to get lost in a lot of the screams and whatnot that's already going on.
But I can cast it to be like pretty close to the goblins, right?
Yeah. It's still
And
going to
if I
be...
cast it close,
You might be able to get to those two over there.
near
You already-
Karo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Before they see me, I'd like to cast minor illusion, and as far as I remember, the voice of the goblin leader, the wizard, whom we were fighting against, I'll try to make a minor illusion, screaming in the voice of that goblin in goblin language. There is a huge reinforcements. Flee, flee, retreat to two goblins which are near Koro. So they try to escape. I'll try to emanate it as far from me as possible, near like behind Kuro. So these goblins are distracted by that way.
Alrighty, roll me a deception check. Pretty decent, pretty decent. You cast your spell and you see the voice scream out, and you see this goblin looks around a little confused, which allows this individual to scurry back. The goblin's only distracted for a moment as Kuro is still effectively in hand-to-hand, despite Kuro being very crap at it. As the goblin immediately focuses back in on Kuro as people are still moving to get away. The two merchants are getting more distance between the goblins and themselves.
Do the goblins seem to have range weapons?
Yes, they do.
Then Bethel wants to close as fast as possible and get their attention.
Alrighty. Bethel, while you are running, you do hear... Roll me perception real quick.
Perception.
You hear there is a crash from inside the large yurt to the north as you are moving forward.
Can I take a look inside and see if there's still anybody in there or something in there?
It's hard to see as much of it is currently in flames and the glow is blocking a lot, as there is also a lot of smoke filling it and coming out of that entrance.
Understandable. I tell the merchant who's right in front of me to get back as fast as she can.
Well, they're absolutely running. They're not even looking at you. Once that goblin got distracted and Kuro was more able to get into his face, they're running like hell.
Oh, is she running south?
Yeah, they got off the map.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's just the goblins that we can see right now on the map.
As far as you can
presumably.
tell,
yeah, okay. Well, since we're not in initiative, I would like to attack a goblin.
If that's what we're going to go into initiative. Koldak, you're still about 40 feet off the side of the map.
Okay.
But I guess we're going into combat.
So yeah, so I guess I'll just be just dash until I can get into range.
Yep. You just got to move 40 feet. If everybody would roll me some initiative for those that are actually on the map. Actually, those.
Yeah, 1 second, please.
Yeah, I do need to roll for these guys.
Like Bethel, shot. Did he hit?
He hasn't managed to shoot yet. You're starting combat, which means
Ah.
we're going off the initiative because this isn't a surprise round. You're just dropping into combat.
Okay.
Alrighty, that should be everyone. I have Koldak, I have Jesse, and I have Beth. Alrighty, Koldak, while Bethel is starting their charge into the combat and ready to sling spells, you are still 40 feet off the map. What you gonna do?
Okay, so if I take my action to dash, can I still use my bonus action?
Yeah. A lot of the bonus
Okay,
action
so
requires other actions, but go ahead.
So yeah, I'm just gonna use my action and my movement to just keep running on until I get onto the edge of the map, and then I'm going to recast my tentacle.
Okay. So with your dash, how far do you go? 50 feet?
Yeah, 50 feet.
So you'd have 10 feet by the time you get onto that square right there. So move as you will. And I apologize to Geralt and our rabbit buddy. Y'all are currently unconscious. We will go back to y'all in a little bit.
It's okay.
We figured.
We're just enjoying the fight.
Yeah. So go ahead and throw down your sniggy snake Koldak.
It's not playing. So just click on it and drag it across. It should come across.
Yeah, you should be able to drop it on. Roll 20 is being done. So there it is.
And then he'll make an attack against the goblin to his left.
Gotcha. Roll an attack. Alrighty, that's gonna hit. Do me some damage. Alrighty, 4 damage. Pretty low, but definitely damage. And they have what, minus 10 to speed or something? What was it?
Yeah, it's minus 10
did?
speed.
10 speed, okay. As the goblin lets out a yelp as the snake bites him. Anything else from Koldak? I think that's it for Koldak, yeah?
Yep, that's me done.
Alrighty. You'll see the fighting in the pit over there is still going hard, with Faye staying close to Finn, almost back to back, as Faye is trying to blast away some of the goblins, but mostly have to focusing on putting wards around as many people as she can as the party continues to draw attention to that group over with them. This goblin is going to see the snake and come charging forward and attempt to slash at it. But I believe it doesn't have health, yeah? Just a thing?
It doesn't, no.
Okay, yeah, it's just a thing. As they keep slashing at it with their sword, and it just keeps going through, and they're just like... as they attempt to slice it to bits, just not really much going on there. Sunjin is unable to use their bow properly in the close quarters and has swapped to the short blades you all saw them use before, and is doing their best to assist the flyer as they draw the most attention from the small horde of armed goblins and the axe wielder that is getting in Flynn's face. That is going to bring us to you, who's still in that fight. That'll bring us to Bethel, as Bethel, you're just starting to cast your spell when Coldex's snake appears and bites that first goblin.
Yes, let me just check first. Instead of casting a spell, Bethel will move to flank this goblin and attack him with her battle axe.
Gotcha.
I'm casting Booming Blade.
Gotcha.
How do I do this?
You just attack like normal. The booming blade right now doesn't add anything to you unless it moves. That is going to be a 16 to hit, which is going to hit. So you're going to hit with booming. Do any damage?
For the damage,
It's going to be an additional...
plus 2 cold damage.
Okay, so it's going to be 7 damage. Which is going to bloody
Yes.
that goblin, as they are going to let out a barking call that starts drawing more goblins' attention to the new individual who has run in.
That's a turn.
Alrighty, that will bring us to Flynn. Flynn is attempting to use their spear to bring down the large goblin, but they seem relatively evenly matched. Both of them rather torn up. You see, in one hand she has a long spear, and the other one a whip. She attempts to stab in at the goblin's face, and then use her whip to try to steal the axe. However, the goblin is doing good, keeping the axe away from the whip of the bird woman. That will then bring us all the way down to Jesse. Is the one standing next to you last? He is.
I'll go near the next bushes over here, 20 feet. I hope I can use them as at least some kind of disguise and cover if somebody wants to shoot me. And I will cast...
It won't stop attacks?
I'm a small gnome in the... Yeah, but I'm less visible.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Yeah, you'd have half cover. It's not the best,
Yes.
but...
it's at least something. And I will cast a frostbite on the big goblin over here.
Is frostbite 30 or 60? 60? Oh, so you're right in range.
16. It's 16.
Alrighty, he is
Yes.
going to make a Constitution saving throw. That is 23, he's fine.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn. And do I hear something from the tent from where I'm standing?
Roll me perception. You hear the crackle of the fire, and it's hard to hear over the screams of the battle. So nothing else stands out to you.
So I'm concentrated on goblins, and that's the end of my turn.
Gotcha. That is going to bring us to this goblin that is in front of Bethel. They are now aware that Bethel has joined. They're going to ignore the snake, catch Koro full in the face with their shield, and they are going to whip around and try to drive their short sword into Bethel's hip. That is an 18 to hit, which is going to hit Bethel. You are going to take 8 piercing damage. as he
Okay.
is not ready to go down without a fight. He's not really sure why. Somebody said it's time to retreat, but fucking he's not in a position to do so. As he is going to stab. That will then bring us to Koldak. Koldak, what are you going to do?
Tentacle, and then see if that works.
That is going to hit with the tentacle. So he's going to take 2 cold damage. You are going to hit with your blast, aiming for the same target.
Yep, same target.
You are going to catch that goblin full in the chest as they are reeling back after stabbing Bethel. Their sword out of place, or not sword, their shield out of place, and you catch them directly in the side of the neck with that Eldritch Blast, nearly tearing off their head as they collapse onto the ground, destroying most of their neck. Anything else from Koldak?
I have one question out of character.
Mm-hmm.
I see Kuro is out of initiative. Is this correct, or should he be in the initiative role?
No, he should be, but he's not really up to much. Let's put him on there. Get him where
Okay,
he
and
needs
that's my
to.
turn.
Alright. That is going to bring us to...
He can heal.
He's out of magic right now. As you see, the battle over there is continuing as Faye is stepping up, getting in this larger goblin's way. This one is moving in towards Sunjin, and they are pretty much in a line, holding as best they can. Sunjin does manage to drop one of the goblins coming after her, but the bulk of that force is still standing. Koro is grabbing this individual, and now that you are here, and trying to drag them out of the way, waving them out. But that will bring us all the way down to Bethel. Bethel, what you up to?
I'm going to attempt to flank the one that is currently in combat with Faye.
Okay, I will need a Constitution save to jump through
And
the flames.
attacking with the battle axe.
As there is an extreme amount of heat over there. As you rush forward, you step up, and just the wave of the heat catches you off guard, forcing you to stumble back, unable to pass into that area.
Can I change my target to the one fighting with the snake?
Yes, you may.
Um,
Do note you cannot flank with the tentacle because
again
it's not a real creature.
Yes, I'm aware. Again with Booming Blade.
Gotcha. That is going to be an 11, which is going to miss, as it manages to get its shield up and block your attack.
That's a turn.
Alrighty. That will bring us to Flynn, who is doing her best to keep this great axe wielding goblin from getting in a good strike at anyone. More focused on that than fully taking it down, so she's fighting more on the defensive, taking stabs where she can, but defending her allies more than anything else. That will bring us to Jesse. Jesse, what you up to?
I'm going to approach like in the area without fire over here, like near the tent, and I'm going to cast the frostbite on the big fellow again.
Do note from there you won't be able to see him due to the tent being in the way. And the cart.
Can I cast it on my way, like over here, like cast it and then go over the tent?
When I want to look at it, it's not the tent that's the issue. It's this big flaming cart over there.
Ah, big flaming cart. Okay, like previously didn't okay, then I'll cast on this one, which I definitely can see who is near Bethel.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay, you're gonna
I'm
hit
trying
him.
to pinpoint him and hit this one. Yeah.
This
And
one.
he has disadvantage on his next attack. And this is the end of my turn.
He is going to make his save. That is going to fail. He's going to take the 2. And he is going to have disadvantage. And since I missed his turn somewhere, we're going to give him his friend's old one. As he is going to make a strike against a Bethel out of turn. He has disadvantage, so he's going to swing, but that is a 6, as Bethel is able to catch it on her armor and force it back. That will bring us to Koldak. Koldak, can I get a perception check? Koldak, you hear more crashing from in the yurt just north of you, but more interestingly, you hear a scream. It's barely audible underneath the chaos of everything else, but Koldak, it's a smaller scream than you would have expected. You think you might know where the kids are.
Wait, that's in the tent to my north.
Yeah, up
Is
here.
that? Can I see inside the tent to see?
No,
If I
there's
can see
too
where
much
they are?
smoke and flames pouring out of the front.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to try and run up and just kick the door in and just see if I can see.
It's not that there's a door, it is an open
What's
thing.
happening.
It's just the flames and air and smoke are pouring out, getting into the lighter pressure out here and then flowing out. You'd have to jump through it.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to go jump straight through it.
Okay, roll me that con save.
Can I move? Before I do that, can I just move my snake over? My snake does cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
So could I move that over there and put it in there just to kind of batter the fire down a bit and then try and jump through it?
I don't think so, but let me look. Because specifically, you'd want water, not ice. Cold.
Can we speak with between rounds, like with one another?
Yeah, not a bunch, and your enemies will be able to hear you, but you'll be able to do it.
Like Jesse, last call. Like, what are you doing?
I'll just point and say, in there's people.
I can try to take the flames at the entrance with control flames on my in a few seconds. Need to prepare.
Yeah, this is effectively just slapping with a spectral tentacle. It wouldn't do anything to put it out. You'd want create water or something, and even that's going to be hard to put out with the amount of flames.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and run in there, see if I can see the kids in there, and then if I can, try and drag them out.
Alrighty, roll me that con save. As you go charging towards the door, the amount of heat lashes out at you as the flames lick at your feet, and you are forced to stumble back, unable to push through the flames. But briefly, as you're moving up, you do see the green of a goblin head only briefly.
Okay. Do I still have my bonus action?
You still have, and your standard action. You've only used your movement. And not even all of that. You've used 15 feet. No, 20 feet.
Okay. Can I use my action to dash in there and try again, or is that?
You wouldn't be able to with the flames already having stopped you.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast then at the goblin, not the one closest, but the one just above the burning wagon.
This guy here?
That guy.
Okay, cool. Yep, you've got a clear shot at him. Unfortunately, as they are weaving in battle, Faye also tries to take a shot at him, and he jumps back, both spells crashing past them. Faye's catching their shield, and yours missing by inches as it sails past.
Okay, and then just my bonus action, my tentacle, my snake's going to attack the goblin to its right.
Gotcha. You've already used disadvantage. That is going to miss, as the goblin is going to sidestep the blow and take a shot at the snake itself, the blade sailing through the snake's head and not doing anything to the snake. Ghost snakes are handy.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Alrighty. You saw Faye was taking a shot at that one. The large goblin is going to take a shot at Flynn. You see she is out of position and it would land heavy. You see Faye's barrier pop up right in front of her. However, it shatters and Flynn is going to catch the after swing of the attack, taking a bit of damage herself. That is then going to bring us to this goblin, who is dead, who's going to bring us to Karo, who is attempting to patch this individual up. That is going to bring us to this goblin. This goblin is fighting. He keeps getting stabbed by that, so he's actually going to run this way. Bethel, you get an attack opportunity.
Does this trigger the booming blade?
Shoot.
Did you hit with Booming Blade last time, or did you miss?
Oh, I think I missed.
It's what I'm going to double check.
Yeah.
You got
I think it was a 9, right?
Yeah, I think it was. Because the other one was a crit. Yeah, you did miss. So Booming Blade would no longer be active on them.
But I should get the opportunity attack, right?
Yeah. That is going to hit.
Hopefully it's enough.
That is
5
going
damage.
to be 5 damage as they continue on. They are going to be running. They just got hit with the tent. No, they missed with the tentacle, so they don't have that. So they're going to run all the way here, getting attack of opportunity from Jesse as well. But I don't think Jesse currently has a weapon drawn. Do you, Jesse?
I have a dagger, but
Do you have it drawn, though? Because I think you only have your arcane focus right now, as far as I've heard.
I have a hat, and I have a dagger. I don't know how to explain it, but it's on my character sheet, and I just don't use it. It's usually in not in the pocket, but in hands.
Yeah, on your
place.
belt or something. I imagine.
You tell me as the DM, because do I need to pocket it when I cast spells?
No. As long as you have an arcane focus, you can use spells that have a material component. If it doesn't have a material component, you won't be able to use your arcane focus, and then you'd need a free hand.
I have the arcane focus on my hat, I guess. I have hat of wizardry. So
You'd still need to ratch up. It'd still take up your hand because you need to touch it.
So he can run past me. That's no problem.
Yeah, if you want, you can still kick him.
I'll try to kick him. What do I do?
Make a strength check.
Okay. Strength check. Bang.
Unfortunately, I think that misses. Yeah, that is going to miss. As you attempt to kick out at him. Also, I just realized you don't do any damage with your unarmed strike because it's 1+ strength. It's worth a shot, though. But he is going to get up in Koldek's face, and he is going to take his attack against Koldek, and of course he's going to crit. Koldek, you are going to take a total of 9 piercing damage as he runs forward and drives his short sword into your shoulder.
Right, I'm down then.
Gotcha. That is going to bring us to Sunjin, who is going to take the second one here. Bringing us to them, who is going to get a good slash on Sunjin herself. Which then brings us to Bethel. Bethel, you see Koldek collapse as the goblin gets away.
I did see Koldek trying to enter the tent, right?
Yeah, you also heard his conversation with Jesse.
Hmm. Not a good situation. I'm running back close to the goblin and attack him.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, that's going to be a miss.
I tell Jesse to, if he can do something about the fire, I'm willing to enter the tent. Or at least try.
Fire or the goblin first?
Hard to tell, it's your choice. I end my turn.
Is going to bring us to Flynn. They manage to get a side shot over Faye's head and clipping the goblin in the face with their whip, bringing them down after the barrage from Faye, as they are doing their best to clear out over there, but they are not moving quick enough. Jesse, that brings us to you.
Can I put my character in the same 5 feet where Koldek is lying? So
yes, since he's now unconscious, he doesn't take up. I mean, he's there on the ground and will get hit by AOE's, but.
Okay, if I come over here, is there a lot of heat over here?
Yes, there is.
This
as
area?
The side of the
yeah, so I'll go another way. It should be 25 feet, like this. And I would like to hit him flanking with the shocking grasp.
Okay. It's going to be a 25 to hit. It's going to hit.
Okay.
That is going to do 4 damage, which is due to his earlier wounds. He is going to collapse onto the ground.
Perfect.
His body's slightly fried.
And then I'm going to turn to the tent. I think I have no movement points left, but
you have 5 left. You've moved 20.
I have 5 left. Okay. I will scream inside the tent in the goblin language, so the goblins can respond. Need some help? But in goblin.
Roll me another deception.
Wait a second.
Who's that? I don't know you. You sound like Carol. I fucking hate Carol. I'm gonna get you, Carol.
As you hear more crashing from inside.
I'll attack to Bethel more goblins. But Koldek told that there are kids, so I think I will try to get in anyway.
Okay.
I'll move a little bit backwards from Koldek, and that will be the end of my turn.
Gotcha. That is going to bring us to Koldek. Koldek will need your death save, private.
How'd you do it, private?
Top of your sheet, it should say 2GM. Let's see. Yes. So you see at the top where it says public and 2GM? Click 2GM. And then roll click the word death save. Gotcha. Mark it down. That is going to bring us to Faye as they are starting to focus down the leader. Koro, on the other hand, is going to dash forward, having assisted their friend already. Well, not their friend, the other merchant who is hightailing it off the map. They are going to take out their healing kit, and they are going to heal the Koldak for 8 HP. So Koldak's no longer dying. He's on the ground, trying to get up, but he's not dead yet.
I like the yet.
I always have to say yet with this party. I'll do some insane shit. But that is going to bring us this goblin who is dead, which brings us to Sunjin, who is going to take the other goblin who is here, as they are now tangoing together against the larger goblin. Bethel, that
Bethel,
brings us to you.
Bethel, could you hold your action? I will extinguish the fire and you can rush inside.
That was my plan also. Fine.
Do note with control flame, you won't be able to extinguish.
I can
all of the
extinguish
fire.
5. I can extinguish 5 feet, enough to get in.
Yes, however, there is
that-
still a lot of heat coming out, which is your main problem. You won't take fire
Yes.
damage from running through it.
Yeah, but I can maybe able for them to come at least a little bit closer inside.
Yeah, you'll still be making the con save due to the heat pouring out of this thing, but you will not take the fire damage you would for jumping through the flames.
Okay, but I will be casting it with the head of wizardry, so I'll need to make intelligence roll.
Arcana check, I believe.
It's not Arcana, it's intelligence. DC
Is
10.
it?
Yes, I'll try to roll it. I don't know how to do it with the head of wizardry. It says the following. Wait a second. It says you can try cast a cantrip that you don't know. The cantrip must be on the wizard spell list, and you must make a DC 10 intelligence arcana check. Okay, no problem.
Which means Arcana.
If
yeah.
the check succeeds, yeah, but they have the same modifiers, so I can do it right now, right?
It'd be on your turn. Is it your turn
Yeah,
yet?
okay.
Give me a second. So, Bethel, you're holding your turn to run into the building when Jesse tries to... After Jesse
yes.
fans the flame... Well, not fans the flame. Puts out the flame a little bit already. That is bringing us to Flynn.
And there
Yeah.
are goblins inside. I'm talking to Bethel. There are goblins inside. You should be on your ready, maybe dodging when you enter, so they don't hit you.
Yeah, I have my weapon in hand. I see what I do as soon as I'm in there.
Alrighty, they are still trying to push them back. The goblin is not budging, as you see Flynn is caught full in the face and launched backwards. That is going to bring us to Jesse. Now I need your Arcana.
I
That
did
beats the
intelligence,
DC
but
10.
it is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. It's 13, so I'll extinguish the fire in 5 feet cube, so the Bethel can go in, and I will also go in on this turn.
Are you not proficient in Arcana?
I'm proficient.
That would put your proficiency higher than... Oh, that's an intelligence save. That's what you meant. Okay. I thought you rolled a check and said it was the same.
Arcana is +6, yes, and my intelligence is also +6. I just didn't... it would be the same.
I thought you said it was you had a check, not a save, which would have been different, which is why I got confused.
Yeah.
Alrighty, but Bethel, you see he does push down the flames right at the door. There's still a lot of smoke pouring out of this building, but you can make your attempt to push in. I do need a Constitution save again.
Yes.
You are going to manage to push in.
And I'm just behind also.
Yep,
right?
we'll get to that in a second. That's 20 feet. You got what? Let me actually show you what's going on here first. Do that. Which is going to reveal this slot. Bring them onto the turn order. Now they need initiatives. You're gonna go right here. You're gonna go right here, and you go. Alrighty. Bethel, you can now see kind of what's going on. You see a lot of the room is in flames, burning up, especially towards the front. The only part that's not really in flames is that backside, in which you can see a group of kids cowering with a goblin advancing on them. The other one is advancing on you.
I yell out that the children are inside. I take one more step forward and attack the goblin
Gotcha.
advancing towards me with the axe.
They've got a short sword, but yeah. Oh, you meant your axe.
Yeah,
that is going to be a 10, which is going to miss.
Then that's my turn.
Alrighty. And Jesse, go ahead. Finish your turn as well. You are also going to be able to push through the flames.
Perfect. So it's 5 feet, 10 feet,
Mm-hmm.
15 feet. Okay, I see what's happening here. And I will like stay behind the Bethel, preparing to cast my spells. That will be the end of my turn, and hopefully Koldek will be able to join.
Koldek! Brings us to you. Koro has got you back to life. What you going to do about it? Koldek?
Sorry, so I'm going to start by moving my snake 30 feet.
Okay. Go, snake, go. Slither, slither, slither.
And then I'm going to try and go in again.
Alright, roll me that con. Do note you still need to stand up as you're still on the ground. So you'll have less movement. Unfortunately, Koldek, as you try to jump through, the heat pushes you back yet again. Do note you'll need to move back to public roll since you're not death saving anymore. But just the amount of heat is really getting to you and just not letting you through.
Can I take a shot at the goblin with my Eldritch Blast?
You wouldn't be able to see him through the smoke. You can hear the sounds of fighting, but not actually see what's going on inside. Because effectively,
can I take a shot at the
this is what you
goblin
can
with the banner?
you've also got the wagon in the way. And he's not very tall, so you wouldn't be able to see him either from where you're standing.
Okay, that's my turn then.
Gotcha. That is going to bring us to Faye, as they are going to advance, trying to... Actually, they're going to stay here, trying to blast back that goblin, but he is a tough son of a bitch. This one is going to be moving up and grabbing one of the kids by the arm and yanking them away. This one is going to take a swing at... They're going to take a swing at Sunjin. Sunjin's able to duck under it, and the kids are going to be screaming bloody murder as they grab onto their friend and try to fight back to keep their friend with them. Kuro is really antsy about the situation, but can't really seem to do about it much. You see they grab a large part of the bush here, pick it up, and start trying to beat the flames away, trying to stop it from growing back over the door. Mostly just gets the brush on fire. Sunjin is still fighting over there, but that brings us to Bethel.
I can move around the goblin without triggering attack of opportunity, right?
Yep. You just can't leave his threat range.
Can you get us to the map where we are inside the tent?
Yes, can.
Thank you. Okay. There's a lot of things around us.
And so, well, you'd run into the table, so you'd have to make an acrobatics to get over that, but you can still do it.
Yeah, so I'm staying in place and attack the goblin again.
Okay.
16.
Alrighty, that's going to hit.
Or 7 damage plus 2.
Alrighty, as you see, that is actually going to take that one down, as the flames have already marked him rather severely. I do need another con save from you.
Yes.
You are managing to hold out against the smoke for now, as it is starting to billow into your lungs a little bit, but it is not bothering you yet.
I tell Jesse, can you distract the goblin from the from the children? Can you lure him away?
I'll try.
And I end my turn.
That is
No,
nice.
I tried to get. Wait, can I get closer?
Yeah.
Now that the goblin.
You'll have to move through his square. But yeah.
Like this is fine, right?
Yep.
Okay, then that's it.
That is going to bring us to Flynn, who's going to jump on that one, which brings us to a dead goblin, which brings us to Jesse. Jesse, can I get a con save?
In the beginning or in the end of the turn?
No. I forgot to do it
so-
early for them. But you're fine as well. The smoke's bothering you, but you're holding out. There's kids that are in trouble.
Okay. First of all, I'm casting Frostbite on the goblin.
Alrighty, it's not going to matter because cover. With the amount of heat, your ice is going to have a little bit of trouble taken, but they still absolutely fail. It's going to be 6 damage and disadvantage on their next attack.
Perfect. And then I'll shout to him, like, "Hey, you little fucker!" In Goblin, of course. Come here and try me. Find yourself a worthy opponent. And I'll adjust to him, like approach to him, like as far as I can, like 20, 25 feet, like over here.
Gotcha.
And that will be the end of my turn.
That's going to bring us to Koldek. Koldek, you going to try to push your way in again? As Kuro's doing his best to help you.
Yeah, I'll try and push my way in again.
Alrighty, roll me that con save. The flame is just too much for you as you almost get caught on fire by Kuro's flame bush. If you are not managing to push into that heat, it is just too much for your body to handle. You're used to being in some direct heat, but this is entirely different. There's no sails, no strong winds, no ocean mist around you to help protect you from it. This is pure, unadulterated heat, and it's just, you cannot push through it.
Okay. Can I use my Can I use the cantrip to try and open up the doorway a little bit more to make it so that there's more room inside for them to come out?
I mean, the doorway is fully open. Just a hole in the tent, pretty much.
Yeah, that's basically. I'm just trying to cut down a bit more of the tent so I can try and get in easier next time.
Roll me an intelligence check. You know you probably could. There's a wooden frame around the door, which makes the doorway itself. However, if you hit it, there's a chance that you collapse the doorway, and considering this is a tent, you might bring down the structure on top of them. You could get to a place that's not already on fire and break the tent fabric. It's still going to be hard for you to get into, but it will release some of the air and maybe take off some of the flames. Not some of the flames. Take out some of the... Give the hot air another escape. But yeah, you could shoot the door and technically make it wider. The choice is yours. So you're running that way? Trying to find a place that the tent isn't completely engulfed in flame?
Yeah, I'm trying to run around the side now.
Alright, are you going to take a dash? Coolio. Is that it for Kodak? Is that it for Kodak?
Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. That is going to bring us to Faye as they continue their battle. That brings us to this one who is going to backhand one of the other kids off and yank the one they were preying on in front of them, keeping their shield over part of their body and holding their blade to the child's neck.
Hey, what you gonna do about it? You gonna shoot me? I'll bet you I can get that throat before you can.
Like, leave the kid. If you want to leave, we can leave you. Like, you can leave, but leave the kids.
Then put down your weapon and turn around.
Like, I don't have any weapons.
I can tell you're a mage. You're casting
Uh,
thing.
Like, if you don't like do that, you're dead. If we stay here too long, we're all dead. So I propose you just leave and we don't do any harm to you. And we'll take care of the children.
He's going to press the blade closer to the neck. You can see the blood pooling, but that is it for him for the moment, as that fight is going to continue, as Sunjin is going to be knocked into the flame out there, as these kids are going to surge forward and jump on this motherfucker's back, their little fist wailing, as the small kid is going to kick him in the groin. Let's see if she manages to get a good swing in. And she crits. As you see the goblin jerk forward as he gets kicked in the gonads, which is going to free the kids up for a moment as they are trying to get away. Kuro's still trying to get through. Sunjin's dealing with the flames. Bethel!
What are the rules for grappling?
Do you make an athletics? It's contested by athletics or acrobatics.
What's the current situation of the goblin? He's not holding any children anymore, right?
No, he just got kicked in the gonads and is currently grabbing that as he's getting beat by small hands.
Jesse
Can I
will say, like, kill him.
Can I flank with the children or
Yes,
just at
yes, you can. They are currently enemies.
Am I currently in a position to flank? I think
yes, you are. So
okay.
you will have the +2 to hit.
I'm going to attack him with Booming Blade.
Okay. That is going to hit thanks to the kids.
Thanks, the kid.
And
7 + 2.
You are going to cleave him down the back of the spine as he is going to collapse onto the ground.
I tell the children to gather at the edge of the tent.
Which
like
way?
on the
Which way?
northwest. Towards the torch.
They look around and everything is a torch at the moment.
Wait, can I point?
I can see a barrel of water.
I want to cut the tent to make an exit for us.
Alrighty. You have to get over there and take an action, but you'll be able to do an action.
Yes, I'm just saying it. Do I have to take a con check?
Yes.
Okay.
You're still fine.
Yeah, that's. Do I have? I have one movement left. I'm going to where the goblin was, standing over him.
Flynn is going to get in a good shot. Nobody can see it though. Jesse brings us to you.
I'm going to scream to the kids, fall prone and stay down so they don't breathe the air like too much. And I'm going to fall prone also so that I don't breathe the fumes because they are usually higher. And I'll go to the left and see if there is a barrel of water over here.
You can see there was in the chaos. It has been knocked over.
It has been knocked over. Bethel, show me where are you going to cut the tent?
How do I do that in Roll20? I think
Okay,
right about there, right?
perfect. And does it seem like it's possible to cut there? Is there fire in the place?
No, that side of the wall isn't on fire, which is why the kids were over there.
Is it like a wall or is it just some fabric?
It's a yurt, so fabric.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to crawl near the entrance, but I'm crawling not to breathe the fire. Hopefully, the kids also will crawl.
You hear the kids yelling, "Prone? Prone to what? Am I prone to something?" They don't. They're in
Lie
a complete
down, lie
panic.
down, lie down on the floor, on the floor.
And they don't understand anything. Roll me a persuasion.
Persuasion. I'm trying.
Okay. We'll see what they do. Koldak, that brings us to you. And don't worry, for our unconscious party, we'll be with y'all shortly.
Okay, I still don't know what's going on, so I'm trying to look for a back entrance. So I'm going to try and cast cantrip on the tent in the area where it's not on fire.
Okay, so like right here.
There's a little bit of fire there, so just one square north to that.
So up here.
Yeah, and that four
What
squares.
cantrip?
That one is the bottom.
Where are you casting? Sword Burst would do good as you shred that as a hole appears. As you do see, there are some shelving units here that are in the way currently. You can see your spectral blades have torn through the yurt itself without damaging the structure of it, so it's not going to fall. Yet.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. That is going to bring us to them, who's continuing the fight. That goblin's dead. You're still trying to take out as many as you can over there, which brings us to the kids. As they're going to confusedly lay down at your feet, Bethel.
Okay.
Which brings us to Kuro. Kuro is still over there trying to get into the area, trying to give you all an escape. Sunjin is going to get in a good shot over here with the twang of an arrow. That brings us to Bethel.
Bethel looks at the kids and says, "Hey kids, let's make a big snake. I'm the head." I grab one kid's hand and tell them to grab each other's hand and go towards the edge of the tent. I can't move my token, probably because of the kids, right?
Yeah, let me move him. Give me a second. There you go. You should be able to move him now.
I'm not sure I can select it.
Where are you going? I can just move you there.
2 north, 1 west.
Over here?
Yes. And I'm going to try to cut a hole into the tent big enough
easy.
to...
You just
some
go.
shit. Okay.
Tents are not known for being castle walls or anything.
And then I tell the children to run out as fast as they can.
But snakes
Well,
can't
no.
run. They don't have legs. You
Well,
hear one of the
since-
kids yelling.
Then slither out.
Okay.
Do I have to make a con check staying in here, or can I
No,
go?
you'll be fine once you get out.
Okay. Then can I take a step out?
Yeah.
Still can move, so can you do that for me?
Oh.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm still holding hand with at least one of the children.
I mean, they'll try to follow you when they can. It's not their turn yet.
I can. Yeah.
Is that it for Bethel?
Yes.
That will bring us to Jesse.
I'm like continue to escort kids, telling out, 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 and I see some kind of chest. Am I correct?
Yes.
What's inside? I want to
It
spend
is
my action
currently
to see
locked.
what's inside. Is it heavy enough for me to pull out?
What's your strength?
9.
No. I mean, yes, it's too heavy for you to move. You would not be able
Okay.
to.
So I will stay inside just to see that the kids are okay out. I'm staying prone, so and I have a little bit of breathing. So like Bethel is out the tent, I'm like holding and like on the other side and seeing that the kids are out, and only then I will move from the tent.
Gotcha.
I will
Koldik.
hold.
Sorry. Hold.
I'll hold my action, and when the kids are off, I'm going to off the tent too when they're gone.
Okay, cool. Koldik, you hear the sound of Bethel emerging to your north.
I'm going to assume that if Bethel's out, then she's probably getting the children out. So I'm going to start running back towards the other goblins at the other side.
Gotcha. Move as you will. There you go. You come around the corner and you see Flynn is currently talking to Kuro, pointing into the tented thing as Kuro is very distressed. And Flynn looks like she's about to take off into the tent.
Look, they've broken out the back. It's okay. They're getting out.
Alrighty, we think we covered it. And then I'm going to go look for others. See if we can gather up anybody that survived. As they are going to launch themselves into the air. Anything else from Koldik? I think that was your dash, yes?
Yeah, so that was my movement and my action. I've got 2 tentacles on the screen. Which one's the...
I only see one. It's probably the one you put on earlier. The one it should be is all on the left over here.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty, these kids are gonna fucking take fucking Jesse with them because they're your sized. Jesse, can I get a perception check?
Yes, please.
You see a glint of steel somewhere, but in the chaos, you're not sure where it is. But as that is happening, we're going to end that combat and go check in on the others. As elsewhere, Aster, you find yourself being woken up. There's a very bitter taste in your mouth as well.
No. Oh, that tastes so bad. What is that?
You recognize one of the merchants you saw earlier in the day that should be with the caravan. You're also being stabbed in the back by something. And this individual is singed all to hell. They're covered in soot. Their right arm looks like it's been scorched.
I'm being stabbed?
Not like by a knife or anything. You know when you lay on something and something's poking you in the back?
Sure. I was like, excuse me, I'm being brought back to life just to be stabbed.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Oh my god. I guess Aster would be like a little at first confused, and then it's like, wait, where's everyone?
The camp's on fire. They need help. Go, 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 go. We'll get you a big minute for a friend. Go, go. They're everywhere. The kids were
I'll
trapped.
start dashing,
Alrighty.
running as fast as I can.
As you start to go, it's not long before Garrot, you are as well brought back, but with a bitter taste in your mouth, being shook like a leaf in the wind.
What the hell do they feed you, bull bitches? Get up, get up, get up.
And I get up and I start running.
You're just running? Okay. Garrot, you immediately just start charging. You go over a tree, over a rock, through some trees, and you find yourself in the dark. What are you gonna do, Garrett?
Like this, because I have no idea which direction I'm going.
You're just gonna keep running, apparently?
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can see Aster around.
No, you
And
have
then
no idea.
Okay.
You are alone in the dark.
Mm.
We'll deal with that in a minute. Because that's going to be a problem. But Aster, you're dashing forward and you see the pillar of flame in the way you were directed by the merchant who got you up. But you can see, even in the dark, the pillaring smoke lit from below with the flames. And as you run and run and run some more, you arrive at the camp after the Jesse and the others have moved the kids away from the flames, I'd imagine, yeah?
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, we're going to put y'all over here.
Kuro is on fire.
God damn it, Kuro. Out of the flames, Kuro.
No, Kuro, our only healer.
But, Aster, you come sprinting up as they are looking after the kids. And there are some people trying to put out the flames, but they are trying to check who is alive first. Make sure they have everybody they can find. Flynn is currently gone. What do you do when you arrive? Feel free to put yourself on the map, by the way.
Okay. I was like, I only have like 1 HP, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Why am I so crookedly on the map? Okay, there you go. I guess very injured or very rough tough coming to everyone. Is everyone okay?
Yes,
see-
relatively fine. But where is Garut?
One of the merchants who were from the caravan got me up, and then she told me to go save the kids. But I guess you guys already did that. But she's going to bring Carrot here.
Aster, you get hugged by Kuro as they damn near tackle you, giving you a tight hug.
Oh.
You see their tips are a little flame broiled. Their clothes dusty and covered in soot.
Now we can't have you be looking like that as I cast mending on their clothing.
Do note that's a minute casting. It's going to be a little while before that finishes, if you want to do that. There is still a tent on fire behind you, so I don't know which ones you're going to be concentrating on.
I'm concentrating on Kuro because the fire is not going to go out soon.
Fair.
There's no point in trying to cast on something that's going to continuously just go up.
Fair. Bethel and Jesse, what do y'all do? Along with Koldek, because you're here too.
I see there is other tents. Like maybe we should check them.
At the moment, you can see Faye is currently over there looking through.
Like maybe she needs some help. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, you can go over there and help if you want.
I'm just going to check with Asta. Where's Garut? Was he okay? We had to leave. We had to leave you to get here.
I didn't have enough time to get him up. One of the merchants who looked actually very badly injured. It looks like her arm was roiled or very burned, but she was getting him up. I don't know if he's right behind me yet. He might be taking his time.
You look behind you, Aster, and you only see the dark. No sound of charging Minotaur.
Oh dear. Kuro, can you assist me with this real quick?
They shake their head as they have to go assist with everybody else. As you see, they are looking after the kids.
Alright, well, I guess I'll be back, everyone. I'll find our giant friend. Please don't be dead. I'm like muttering under my breath.
So Aster is leaving to go find Geralt. Jesse, are you going to check the tents? Help with the fire? Go with Aster.
I'll ask Kuro if he can patch me and Bethel up before I go.
There's a nod. Aster, are you going to wait for the others to get patched up first, or no?
I don't think so. I think I'm just more like, he can't have gone that far.
Okay. And Bethel and Koldek, where are y'all heading?
I'm waiting for Kuro to patch me up a bit, and then I'm going to follow Esther into the forest.
Gotcha. And Koldek?
Okay. Would I know whether Garut would recognize an Eldritch Blast spell from a distance?
They're usually purple, so at a distance you wouldn't see it too well in the dark. They don't glow a lot. That's going to be 10 to Jesse.
Oh, perfect. Good as new.
I hope not.
Okay. I'm going to go and
It
help
should be
look for
17.
Garut then.
Okay, so you're going after that. Are you staying to get healed first? Actually, you can't. You've already been
I've
healed.
just been healed.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've just been healed. I'm just going straight out to try and find Garut then.
And that one goes to Bethel. Bethel, you get 6. So, Jesse, you have been healed. Bethel and Koldek are running off after Aster. Where are you going?
I'll just come to Faye and ask if they have everything caught here, because we have a friend to pick up a little far.
We'll do what we can.
Are
We
you
think we found everybody. There are still 4 missing merchants, I think. We don't think they're in the tents, though.
Okay, do your best, and I'll run for
Wait.
other party. Yes?
Where's Evis?
Avis has gone to investigate. We were ambushed by goblins. We managed to fend them off, and we were returning here while he followed the tracks to find their source, just like he did previously.
Maybe that means we'll find some of the missings. All right. Thank you. As she is going to be trying to put out as many flames as she can.
Yeah, and I will follow the other party members from behind, because I should know where Garut is, and hopefully they're not too far away in this few 30 seconds.
Yeah. Aster, you're the first. It's a mile run, so you're gonna get ahead of, I think, everybody. Because Jesse, you're a gnome. Bethel and Koldek, y'all are both dwarves, aren't you?
Yes.
So all 3 of y'all have 25 movement versus the rabbit, who Jesse just deleted themselves, it looked like.
Yeah, but, the real Jesse is under the snake, and he can do anything about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect. Saved.
Yeah, if you ever see that, just tell me. I'll move them. But y'all see that rabbit is gone. Their little bunny tail was going. That rabbit's running. As Aster, you find yourself sprinting down the road again back towards your friend, and throughout your entire sprint, you're expecting he's around the next bend, he's around the next bend, and he doesn't appear. You keep going, and you keep going, and you don't see him.
No. Do I see tracks of a minotaur at least?
It's too dark, because I don't think you have dark vision either.
No, I don't.
So you're literally going by the moon. You're lucky that you're in a open area on the road to kind of see, but you can't see well.
I'm gonna be yelling out his name. Garrett, where did you go?
You get back to where you think it was that you went down, or you woke up. It takes you're huffing and you're puffing, and you find the woman who is helping you initially collapsed on the ground.
Oh dear. Can I go up to her and see if she's still breathing?
Yep, roll me medicine.
Okay. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
She's breathing, but she is in a bad way. The adrenaline that was pumped into her body seems to have left her, and her strength is failing.
Does she still have like the remaining like bandages or like medicine that she gave to me?
You see, there's a couple herbs scattered on the ground, but it didn't look like she had much.
I will. I'm gonna have to say to myself, Garut, you're gonna. Please don't die, buddy. Can I try to use some of those herbs?
They're not in good enough condition to actually use, and I don't think you have a herbalist kit, so I actually know what they do.
Damn. Okay. I'm going to. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rip up my. Damn. I'm gonna rip up my bedroll to try to like use it as like scraps of like cloth to see if like any
Do note a
injuries are,
bedroll's
like...
made out of thick leather.
Ah, damn. That means I'd have to use. Well, I can always try to find different.
You would need to cut
clothing.
it. You want to get through that.
I am gonna.
You do know Kuro likely has bandages, if you can get her back to him.
Okay, I think I'll wait until everyone gets here so I can tell them about this lady then.
Okay. You wait a solid 2 minutes. Just in the dark, your heart beating in your chest, this woman's breath failing quickly as less and less she makes less and less of those breaths. And after a while, you do see the other three run up, finally catching up to your longer legs. The party, Koldek, Bethel, and Jesse, find that Aster effectively has this woman laying next to her. She's in a bad way for those that can actually see in the dark. Significant burns across her right arm and shoulder and neck. All the three of you do.
Does anyone?
Oh, go ahead.
Can we help her with the healer's kit?
But does anybody have a healer's kit?
I do have one in my character sheet.
Then you'd be able to stabilize her? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we should try to stabilize her. I say out loud in the hopes that somebody takes initiative. So.
You will
If
need to
not,
make
then
a
I-
medicine check to try to stop the consistent damage that's coming from her wound stuff.
Can I try to help him, like to assist when he's like a nurse?
Are you trained in medicine?
No, but I am
Then
very
no.
obedient when I am assisting a surgeon.
To assist, you would need proficiency.
Okay.
Well,
I can do it if you want me to.
yes,
If,
Bethel is hesitant to try it because she is not that well versed with her keyless kits.
okay. You guys look for Guru. I will help this lady. She's the one
Maybe
that's
we
brought.
maybe we shouldn't split here because, like, as far as I see, you're not in the best shape. If something happens, we might be looking for Garut and you.
I'll be fine. I'm faster than all of you, so.
Like,
Okay, get
maybe we'll look for some clues while you're working on the lady.
We all know Garrett.
They've got-
Garrett's not going to stop if you went the wrong direction.
Do we see any
Okay.
kind of footprints or something?
Here's a question. I know the dwarves have dark vision. Does the gnome have
Yeah.
dark vision? I think
Yes,
they do.
I have dark vision. Yes.
Okay, so y'all can still see. Roll me if y'all are looking for tracks.
Yeah, I am.
Tracks,
Roll
yes.
me
Yeah.
survival.
Oh, the assassin. Am I the only one with +1 survival?
I'm quite positive that here are no tracks.
No tracks from Garut. He just flew away.
Y'all are looking around. Y'all have been through a lot in the last hour. So you're still got a lot of that adrenaline, which is making it hard to slow down and really look at anything. And you're panicked and you're going, I don't see him. He's dead. He's gone. He's been kidnapped by aliens. That's the conclusion this party comes to, that he's been kidnapped by aliens.
But I
Well,
guess,
do it.
I guess from this point, the flames should be visible because we started rushing because we saw the flames.
Yeah, in the distance. You can see the light over there. But it doesn't
So
give you
Garut just started running and he didn't see the flames. Like that
No.
sounds very strange to me.
Yeah. Because he woke up and immediately start running without looking at anything. Y'all do find something of interest, though. Jesse actually finds it. You'll find Garut's axe. Or sword. Does Garut have an axe or a sword?
I
think he has an axe.
Hammer, I
Warhammer.
guess. Warhammer.
Yeah, you find it on the ground where y'all had put it down when y'all left him.
Like guys, I think I have his Warhammer. Like I tried to lift it, but it's like way too heavy for me to comfortably wield. Anybody?
I can pick it
Okay,
up.
I'll pick up the hammer and just say, okay, let's get this lady back to the rest of them.
Well, I was
They've
like,
got healer's kit.
I was going to use Bethel's healer's kit.
Yes, I hand you my healer's kit.
Yeah, so make a medicine check for me.
14.
You're gonna do your best with what you have. It's not good. She's gonna be scarred all the hell, but you think she's at least good for transporting. She's still really weak, though, so y'all have to take it slow.
I ask Esther if he wants to search for Garut or...
I'll take her back. I'm not really useful in the dark right now. I think it'd be better if I regroup with Kuro and them. Or maybe I'll get patched up too.
You know the way?
Um,
Just to be sure.
I was like, I see the big fire, correct?
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
When you actually look around, you
Well-
can see it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I could manage.
Just be careful, there might still be some goblins around.
Before you go, like, I'd like to look at the body of the woman. Are there any signs of the attack on her, like, or she just like vanished?
Yeah. She got burnt all to hell.
Okay.
Yeah, I said she was burned.
Yeah. She's covered in soot, covered in burn marks.
Jesse's
There's
just saying like it's just difficult. It's just like very strange that like there's women lying here, and the huge minotaur is gone on only a hammer, and something doesn't add up here.
No, she was the one that brought me and Garu back with herbs.
I think we're going to need to, if we get the lady back, to get some medical attention for the lady, get her back. In terms of how we're going to find Garut, I mean, he's kind of a big guy. Can I just do like a general perception check to see if I can sense like noise or him in the
I'll give you the
area?
help
Or
action.
unfortunately with how long it took Aster to get there and then come back, Garrett's long gone, unfortunately. That motherfucker was going.
Okay, what do we see around? Like, what are the possible options for him to go?
He either went down the road or into the forest on either side.
I have like a clue. Like, if he ran into the forest for some chance, there is a chance that he is stuck in some kind of tree with his horns. Because if he would go on the road and if it's not kidnapped, he should see the fire
Unless he went the other way.
eventually. Like.
I don't know, your Minotaur's pretty bullheaded. He might just keep running in the wrong direction.
I think like we should check the woods and the forests for him.
Well, I'll meet you guys back after.
okay, let's try spreading out and see if we can see him.
Yeah, but let's make sure to stay within shouting distance.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Right.
Well, y'all are starting to move back. Aster, you are able to hitch this woman onto your back and slowly start stumbling your way back towards camp. You're not doing good and you're not moving fast, but it's better than not moving at all. You can feel the pain in your legs just due to the number of injuries, the slashes, the just everything you've dealt with today. It's not an easy trek. Meanwhile,
Going.
Garrett, you've been running. You were going. The adrenaline. Boom, 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 boom. And you look around. Garrett, you don't have a fucking clue as to where you are. Garrett? Garrett.
Hello?
There you
Hello?
go. Yeah, I hear you now.
Sorry, I had my. Yeah, I stop.
Yeah, you're breathing
And
heavy, trying to look around, but the adrenaline of being in the fight and then suddenly just going is starting to wear off, and you're starting to get a second to think, and you're looking around. You have no idea where you are at all. There's some
oh
woods,
crap.
definitely some woods, plenty of trees. But as you look,
Yeah.
you're not on a
Mm-hmm.
road.
Oh.
The only thing of note, as you're looking around, you can see the moon. It's high above. It's nice. It's full. You hope there's no werewolves. And then you hear crack. And you look around, trying to locate the sound. It's the only thing around. And then you hear it again. Crack. Crack, crack.
I try to go for my warhammer.
It is not there. You're unarmed.
I smack myself on the forehead for being a dumbass. I make myself look very fierce. To get ready for whatever comes out.
Crack,
The
crack,
whack
crack,
whack.
crack, 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 crack. Quark. as you look over, finally getting an idea of which way this is coming from, and you see sitting on a rock nearby, there's a squirrel holding an acorn they just split in half. And it's just looking at you as it munches on the innards of the acorn.
Oh, okay. False alarm for now. I turn around to see my trail of destruction, if I made any.
Roll me survival.
Okay.
You think
Oh,
you know
sorry,
which way you're going? It's hard. Actually, Garrett, do you have dark vision?
No, I don't.
So no, you cannot see tracks in the dark. You think you know which way you came from, though.
Okay, so I turn myself around and I start walking back that way. I think I'm going the right way.
So you turn yourself around
Yeah,
after looking in a direction going, I think it's that way. And you turn yourself
yeah,
around and go in not that direction.
yeah. I don't have a map. I usually have maps. I can follow directions with maps and other people. But on my own, no. I can't see in the dark, so I'm just going, I think I came this way.
Okay. We'll deal with that. The rest of the party. Y'all are looking around for a little while. I don't see anything from this Minotaur. You're looking around, trying to find the path. An hour goes by, and you still haven't seen hide or horn of this bastard.
Okay. Let's go back to the tents. It might be. We'll get back to everyone else, regroup, and then we'll try and figure out how we're going to find Garuk from there.
Maybe we'll try to do something like for him to be able to see us from afar, like some kind of signal, or we can make a fire.
Well, it's hard to signal in the night, and I mean, it's hard to make a fire bigger than the one that's already burning at the camp.
We can burn the forest.
How many hours is it until sunrise?
You all started this around a little bit after sunset. With all the running around you're doing, looking for Garrot, you're getting close to about midnight, so you still got a while. But y'all are also tired. Y'all were walking all day, and then y'all hit the adrenaline spike, and y'all been going and going and going since.
Maybe we should make a short rest. Hopefully, Aster will catch up and we continue the search because I'm not feeling comfortable leaving the Minotaur for dead.
We're not going to leave them for dead. We're going to go back to camp. We're going to get everyone else together, and hopefully try and figure out how we're going to find them. Hopefully, someone's got some. One of the people from the tavern was a
It was
one of them
Uwe's. It was
ranger.
Uwe. Yes, and he's gone now. He's on the search for goblins.
Okay. Well, at least if nothing else, we've got the guy who can fly, so we can try and get like a bird's eye view of where he might be.
He's not in the camp, I guess. If he's not in the camp, she flew away looking for survivors.
Well, maybe she finds him.
If
gonna find
he's
him,
in
we're
the
gonna have
woods,
them
she
looking for
she won't be able to see him if he's in the woods.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The only thing that we can hope for is that she's able to hear him, but probably not. It's a hard decision. I agree we can either take a short rest here, if it take a while, and then continue our search, but how will Aster find us if he tries to catch up with us? I think if we want to gather together, then we need to go back to the camp. That's the only place we all can find.
We'll go back to the camp. Hopefully, the fire will last until the morning, and then the smokestack will stick out. And he'll be able to find his way back to that.
Maybe we'll just go to the end of the forest, make a bonfire there, and Aster will be able to catch with us, and we'll just continue from there.
Do note y'all are
I
getting
just-
to the point where y'all are going to start taking a level of exhaustion.
Okay, so I guess we should take some rest. It sounds like a valid argument for me.
Let's
Y'all
get back
could
to the
push on,
camp.
but it's going to be rough. Oops, sorry.
How
go
far
ahead.
would it be to get to the edge of the forest?
Y'all are in the forest. A while. Y'all are up in the mountains of the forest. It's going to take days to get back out of it.
How long is it going to take to get back to the camp?
Y'all aren't too far. It won't take more than 20-30 minutes.
I say we get back to the camp. We'll take a short rest there, then we try and figure out from there what we're going to do. Speak to everyone else. Maybe someone's got an ability that can help us find them.
Okay. Agreed.
Yes.
And I'll try to recover some of my spells while we're resting.
So are y'all going back to camp or taking a short rest right now?
We are going
We're
back to camp.
Going
And
back
then-
to camp and short rest there.
Okay. Do note at the end of your short rest, you will have a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
So,
Can you remind me, what does the first point of exhaustion do?
disadvantage on all ability checks, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
It won't affect like saves or.
Yeah, it will make it harder for us to figure out.
It'll affect mostly skill checks, normal checks, and initiative checks. But y'all managed to get to the back to camp. In the time that y'all have been away, they have been doing their best to manage the flames. Mostly what they have done is cordon off as much as they can. You can see there is a shallow ditch dug around it to stop the flyer from jumping to the forest itself. But at this point, they're just letting it burn out, because the fire itself is too large to really deal with. You see the kids have all curled up and are sleeping. There is no sign of Lynn, but you do see Sunjin and Faye, as well as Aster, all at the camp.
Bethel asks Jessie because she doesn't know. She counts to 5 and says, "Are those all the children?" Or I couldn't see much when we were in the tent.
Are those all the children?
Yes.
I don't know. That's like, how many was there in the caravan before when I was playing with them?
It's about the same number. You see if there's any other ones they've gathered back up. Everybody's
Yeah,
been found.
so
At
at least all the kids are safe. The adults, I saw a few of them dead, but the kids are all right.
That's at least one good news.
Yeah, and like Esther, how are you doing? We were unable to find Gert.
That's not the best news. I was like, did the woman that I brought here, was she able to heal, at least get healed by Kura?
Kuro has patched them up as best they can. They are laying with the other injured, with Kuro looking over them.
Master, maybe Kuro should also like patch a little up you, because like you're barely standing.
Oh, I'm fine. As you see, like my whole body just like physically shaking.
Kuro, could you please help him?
His best bet would be to sit down and rest.
Oh, Kuro speaks. I think you were unable to do so.
There's a tilt of the head.
Oh, I think that was one of the other children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before the long rest, I think we should try to speak with Sanjin because she's the best tracker that we are left with.
Okay. Bethel goes towards the other to the Sanjin and Faye and introduces herself and asks if there is any if they can manage the camp while we take a rest. We have to look for some people. We are still missing a person.
There's 3 people in total missing from the camp. Not
Do
counting
you
your
have
party.
Do you have any descriptions of the missing people?
Yes. An old man, a teen, and a young woman. All 3
I
human.
think
Yeah.
I think I saw one person dead inside the tent where the children were. Does he comply with the?
No. He doesn't match it. That was a man, middle-aged.
Okay. So, are you able to cope with the camp? And can we steal Sanjin from you?
You're talking to Sanjin, aren't you? Or no, you're talking to
Yeah, like
Faye.
there is Faye and Sanjin there all together.
Yeah, Sanjin was the one that was actually talking.
Okay.
My bad, I thought you were talking to the other person. As Faye is sat down trying to catch their breath. They've been through a lot. We'll be able to watch the camp, yeah. We're just making sure the fire doesn't get out of hand.
Before that, is there anything valuable on the goblins, especially on the big one, which is lying near the Bethel?
You see they have been pulled off. What you see yet again, they've got some coins. About 14 silver, 23 copper worth.
Mm-hmm.
But yet again, their gear just isn't worth a damn, especially with the flames. They weren't watching for them, and they've taken significant fire damage. They're useless at this point.
Okay, Sanjin, are you good at tracking?
Yeah, why?
We on our way here, we have left unconscious Minotaur. We were ambushed by goblins, and he went down. Aster managed to wake up and get here, but the Minotaur is gone, and we need to try to find him. We were there, but we weren't able to catch any trail, and we spent an hour just straying in the dark.
If I'm honest,
We want.
moving right now is probably not the best idea. The chances of finding him are slim. Once we sleep and go in morning's light, we're probably for the best move.
Like you're not capable of searching for him in the dark because I don't want to like waste too much time for him, like alone in the woods and without his weapon, which
Capable I
I'll show
could,
to Koldik.
but more likely than not, it's just going to get more people lost. I'm not in any condition to go on a long search. Nobody here is.
Garut's a big guy. If he's conscious again, then he's been able to move. He'll be able to look after himself. After what just happened, I think even the goblins will be thinking twice about coming back to this area for a while. We've got time for a night's rest. Hopefully, he'll be able to find his way back here in the morning once. Do I think that the fire will still be going by the morning?
Still be smoldering. You'll still have the pillar of smoke, but the fire itself should probably die out.
Okay, so he'll probably be able to follow the smoke back here in the morning. If the gods are on our side. If not, then we can start figuring out how we're going to search for him. But for now, I think we just settle down and try and wait out till the morning at least, so we've got a better chance of seeing him.
I think we should do some shifts during the night so we're not ambushed again.
There's a nod
Because
from
we are
Sanjin.
in a.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And in the first part of the rest, I'll try to use. I would like to use my arcane recovery just in case if we are ambushed.
That is fine.
So though I will have at least one spell slot.
That is fine. And anybody else want to do anything during their rest?
Well, if possible, I'd like to dispose of the goblin corpses into fire. And take the children and see that they can catch at least some sleep.
All the kids are already asleep by this point.
Okay, that's fine.
I think I would mend everyone's clothes as best I can. I can't get rid of the soot or anything like that, but probably just mend everyone's clothing after Kuro patch me up.
Alrighty. And the night passes without too much trouble. So we are going to jump to the next morning where Garrot, you find yourself waking around after wandering in the woods for a significant amount of time. Your head hurts, your body aches, you're weaponless, you don't have much in terms of clothes. It's been a long night for you.
Yeah, that was a horrible night.
You
Oh,
get
I have a
nudged.
spear.
What woke you up is you get nudged.
I open my eyes. I hope it's an animal.
It's not. It's Evis.
Oh. Hooray!
And then
Hi,
as you're
Evis.
looking around, you realize something's wrong with the world. And Evis is upside down. And then you realize the world's upside down too. How on earth did you get up there? Evis asked you.
I passed out. I think
You
I woke
passed
up
out in a
from
snare trap?
Oh, yeah, probably. Probably stepped in it. I was running and walking, trying to find my way because I ran because this lady from the caravan said, you got to go and help the guys. And I just ran off
Do
in a
note, Garrett,
direction and
not something you ever heard.
yeah.
You just panic and went.
Yeah, I just panicked and went. I went to rush and then I got lost. And and then I stepped in this and I just slept.
Alrighty. Get ready for a fall.
All right.
He is going to cut the rope and you are going to flop onto the ground like a fish out of water. There's a crash.
Mm,
What
that's
happened to
gonna hurt,
everybody
but
else?
thank you. I have no idea. Last thing I remember, I was fighting with the goblins with you guys, and then going down.
He's going to pinch the bridge of his nose before offering you a hand.
I take his hand.
He pulls you up onto your feet. Come on, let's get back to camp. The others are probably
All right.
worried if you've been running around all night. Did you tell them where you were going?
There was nobody around when I just ran. I didn't see anybody else.
He shakes his head. Camp's this way, come on.
All right.
And the two of you start to walk. Your body hurts.
Yep.
Garrot. It's been a long day and you slept in the air.
Yeah.
It takes about 2 hours for him to get you back to camp. And it's about this time the party is getting up and fully starting to get ready to go after Garrot. When you'll see him lumbering down the road. What's the party gonna do?
Well,
I'll pick up his hammer and bring it to him, and just say sorry for leaving him out there, but he was too big for me to drag back given the situation, so I just had to make a decision to try and get back and do some good rather than stay with him.
Kara,
Nope,
you have
that
your
was a
hammer
smart
back.
idea. Yay! I'm like, that's okay, Koldak. You did the right thing. I was just an idiot and just ran off into the woods.
And like Jesse is going to be like the woods. I told you he was in the woods.
You'll
I look
see.
around,
Oh, go
seeing
ahead.
woods in every direction, and just say, "Really? You figured that out, did you?"
Definitely. The road was the other way, and the third way was the caravan. So yes, the woods.
You'll see Evis step out from behind Gara. I found him in a bloody snare.
Wait a minute, human blood or goblin blood?
Metaphorical blood.
Good, because I long sadly, well, at least things haven't gotten any worse then. Um,
Evis, did you find anything on the goblins we were ambushed by?
I found a pretty decent path. It took some looking in the dark. I think I might have seen him pass by. I think I have the tracks. Another group came through.
Did the group that came through have any hostages?
Not that I saw, no.
And the group, like the goblin tracks, you mean the goblin group or somebody bigger?
Group of goblins I was following, the ones that escaped our combat, and then another group passed by, another group of goblins, heading in the
And
same directions. I didn't follow it to its heart, so I didn't want to risk getting found, but I have a pretty good idea of where they are.
Was there any other trails except for goblins? Because there are 3 people missing here.
Not that I saw, no.
And how many goblins are we speaking of? Like, could you like see like the approximate amount of them?
And there was about 12 of them.
12. We should be able to take them down if we hit them.
Wouldn't be surprised. But we'll need to be careful going after them. If they've got a camp, they probably know we're looking for them.
okay, is there somewhere safe we can take the children and the civilians before we go on
True.
a hunt?
Phandelver is about 6 hours out. We can get him out there and then come back.
I think that that is a valid option. I'm not willing to trade one lives for the others.
Okay, we'll split up, sort out who's the fighters and who's the civilians. We'll escort the civilians back to Phandelver, and then the rest of us will move out. Just see if we can get ourselves together for a some kind of counterattack. Find out who these people are and take them out if we can.
Sounds good for me, but I'm not leaving the caravan again until we reach the Phandelver because the goblins are swarming this road.
Yeah, we'll get
I
the
agree with
civilians
that
there
too.
first before we move out.
The fighters of this group literally come down to you guys, Faye, and Sunjin. And Evis.
Oh, no.
And hopefully Kuro and Flynn.
Kuro's not much of a fighter.
No. And Flynn's not currently
No.
with y'all. Flynn never came back after you saw him leave initially.
CC,
Yes.
I was just wondering, since I rested upside down in a trap,
You
one,
have your long rest.
Okay, do I have any exhaustion from sleeping in a tree upside down
No, your back
as the
just
blood was
hurts.
flowing?
You're fine.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure and double check with you.
I'm not going to be that mean.
I was hoping. I thought that'd be funny.
You're good. The party needs you, so I'm not going to kill them by messing you up this time.
Bethel asked Jesse if he would be fine to leave the caravan to the other two.
I am not sure actually that I will. I'd like to escort them till the end because we don't know how many groups are there still, and we know that they do ambushes on the road, so there might be more ambushes. And I would like to see these people escorted safely and then return to the hunt for the goblins. Hopefully, if they are here, we should still be able to find them because when I was investigated the ambush spot, I noticed that they were like hitting like different groups of people for more than 2 weeks then. So they're actually like locals here. They are not just passing by.
Yes, but it seems that they have escalated their attacks. I mean, I doubt they have made a fire as big as this one in the past 2 weeks that would have been noticed.
I think that they might have killed everybody who have passed through other 2 weeks through that point, and there was no necessity to make fire. That's my assumption.
It's at that point y'all hear the ruffle of wings as Flynn lands on the other side of camp. They're coming jogging in. You can tell by the look on their face, they probably haven't slept.
I'm sorry, you mentioned that Flynn is a bird woman.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to check because I don't see it on the token.
She has wings.
Okay,
Otherwise, she looks mostly human.
perfect.
As she looks mostly human, kind of reddish brown hair, goggles on her head. She usually carries a spear and a whip, and you can see large brown wings coming from her back.
Okay, Bethel walks over and asks her if she has any news.
Yeah.
And gives her a bottle of water.
She's going to take it gratefully and drink. Who are you?
I'm Bethel. We arrived yesterday during the fighting.
Oh, okay.
We weren't much help to your group. We were quite occupied with the tent and the children, but luckily, I think we got all of them out safely.
There's a nod. She's going to look over to Aster and the others. I managed to get a group from Phandelver, and they should be here within the hour.
Okay.
She is then going to flop on her butt on the ground.
A group of whom from Phandelver? Guards or
They really don't have guards, but they're the closest we're gonna get. Farmers for the most part. But they're used to defending their grounds. Some hunters among them.
Okay.
so they will be able to escort the caravan to safety, I guess.
There's a nod.
I guess then we need to wait for them and we can continue on the hunt. Flynn, is the road safe, or you're not positive?
We didn't run into
To
anything on the
Phandelver.
way here. I made sure they got close before coming on ahead.
So we wait for the caravan then, I guess, for the other guards. And Flynn, you're going to escort them till the end, right?
I can, yeah.
Are you willing to join us later to kick some goblin asses?
I'm not sure I'll be able to find you. I haven't slept yet today. It's going to be hard moving around.
I guess it's fair.
I think she should help the caravan. I think we got it from here. She's already done a lot for us. At least she can sleep on the caravan ride, or
It's
get
a walk
some
either way.
rest.
It's yeah. If we got the caravan, then that means we can start out sooner in order to track these people down. Track these. I mean, I'm looking around, seeing like the burnt thing. I guess we check to see if there's anything that can be salvaged, and we can take that back to Phandelver, and we'll move out with the. We'll move out, try and track them once the caravan gets here, and see if we can find out where these guys are and if there's somewhere we can hit them.
You see Flynn shakes their head.
These guys are ambushes. Then
There won't be much here. When they hit, there was a group that hit the supplies first. Group that we fought was just the distraction. The supplies will be wherever they drug them off to.
Can I
Okay.
do a history check?
For what?
To see if the goblin we faced in the end, some of them were like probably distraction.
What do you mean?
If the ones that like attacked us basically in our sleep was like distraction, while their main target was like the people they kidnapped.
I mean, that'd be an investigation, not history.
Oh.
Because it's looking at clues and
Mm.
whatnot. Trying to puzzle things together.
I'll try, but it's not going to be the best. Nope, very bad. That's an 8.
You're whether or not they were distraction or not, you think they're opportunistic little shitheads. And they try to take the opportunity to do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah, I just don't really think about it much then.
So we still have 3 people missing. We have the people from the inn missing, and our best lead are the tracks to their location from Evis.
Correct.
Yes, so I think we wait until the reinforcement arrives. We see them off with the caravan, and then we go into the forest and follow Evis's lead.
Yes, agreed on that.
sounds like the best option we've got at the moment.
Then
And we
Kuro
are
with that.
taking Evis, Kuro, Sanjin, and Faye with us. All of them.
you
Take
will
Kuro.
have you'll have 5 players, so you'll have 3 active slots where you can put Sunjin and Faye, Kuro as a sidekick. But the question is, is that the 3 or do y'all want Flynn? Sunjin is a ranger, Faye is a wizard, Evis is a rogue, Kuro is a life cleric, and Flynn is a fighter.
Oh, we'd like to have Flynn.
Well, Flynn needs to rest though.
Yeah, I was like, Flynn probably has an exhaustive, or
Oh, they got a point of exhaustion. They're not going to be good at skill checks, but
Garut can carry her in her hands while she sleeps.
she wouldn't actually be able to rest. She'd need to be able to stop and rest.
But he's like a baby. Like she doesn't seem too big, and he seems a big one.
She wouldn't be able to get the long rest. She can get a short rest, but it won't help with the exhaustion. But she is not exhausted to the point where she is incapacitated. She's just tired.
Let's have her with us then.
Okay,
I
who do
guess.
you want to leave behind? Or do you want to bring all of them, just not have one of them in the fighting?
I think we can. We have 3 spots for us.
Yes, let me make it so y'all can actually see them. Hang on. I just realized that y'all can't see them when y'all should have been able to. My apologies.
I guess Flynn can go. Like my vote is like Flynn can go and save the caravan, like and help with the caravan. And while we go with all the rest, and hopefully we'll catch up with her in Phandelver if we reach that spot.
Yeah, regardless of if somebody leaves with the caravan here, they'll just be in Phandelver and you'll be able to meet up with them there. Or you can bring them with you and they just won't be fighting on screen. They'll be fighting off screen.
So I'm voting for Flynn to escort the caravan. Like if anybody else has the other options or opinions.
I think it's probably best that Flynn goes back with the caravan to Phandelver, and then we'll take the rest of them and then just see if we can catch up with these goblins at their base then.
Yeah, I say yeah. Flynn goes with I agree. Flynn goes with the caravan, and then we got the three and the sidekick.
Alrighty then. The hour passes relatively easily. Not too much happens during the length of it. By the time the other group does, there's about 25 strong farmer men, all armed with what looks like spears. They don't have good armor, but they are all armed, and they immediately start helping with cleanup and getting people moving. They are going to carry the kids and those that are injured on stretchers, and they're just going to carry their asses back to Phandelver. Do y'all have anything to say to them or Flynn before they leave?
Do you have any supplies to share, like healer's kits or something like that?
Unfortunately, no. We came on short notice. We barely were able to grab our spears. The flying one said people were in trouble, so we came as fast as we could.
Indeed, they were. Thanks for your help anyway.
Can I just think back and see if there's anything I remember about early signs of the goblin attack that didn't seem significant? Seem more significant now. I know what happened.
The things that stood out to you was the dead
before.
horse. The dead horse, which people would stop to look at. And then there was the dead goblin, which people would also investigate, and that's when the trap triggered.
Okay, so I just tell them about what I know of the previous tactics goblins have used, and just tell them just to try and get back as quick as they can and try and press on as much as possible. Not give the goblins a chance to slow them down, because that's when they tend to strike.
And if you see the dead goblin, stab him with the pike first, investigate later.
Why?
Because he might not be dead.
Oh, they're faking being dead now. Little bastards.
Yeah, and they've usually got a big knife when they do it.
Well, thank you. Hey, why's that kid got a sword? Go check on that.
He yells at one of the other guys. As y'all see one of the kids that y'all saved from the night before has a short sword, and Jesse, that looks like a familiar short sword to you.
Why is it familiar?
Because it was pressed to one of the other kids' necks.
It's a trophy. I think the kids are entitled to have that one because they have got it in the battle. They
Yeah,
slew
well,
a
if they
goblin.
stab somebody, it's on your head.
Go keep
These
an
are
eye on him.
these are not random kids. These are goblin slayers.
He's still gonna have some people go watch the kid.
But, what are you gonna do? You look like you're going down a different path.
We're going to give these goblins a lesson in why it's a bad idea to ambush people. We're going to give them a little bit of, should we say, forest justice.
And before that, please tell everybody of authority in Phandelver that all the road to Phandelver has been raided for a long period of time by goblins. And it might sound strange, it might sound crazy, but they have a Mindflayer with them.
What's a Mindflayer?
It's a huge squid who can cast very powerful magic, and for some reason, these goblins are somehow associated to it.
They've got a magic squid?
Yes, they have a huge magic squid.
Fucking goblins
It's
are weird, man.
it seems to be some sort of um, mage that's been dealing in some kind of very dark magic. It might be that they've just been changed by the magic they're using, but they're powerful and they're dangerous and they're out there, so it's best to be careful.
Just tell the mayor what you heard, and there is a chance that he will understand.
I doubt it. But I'll pass it on. Just make sure you get back alive, yeah?
Hopefully, we will not return alone.
Well, I hope not. Be a lot of dead from going back alone. But he's going to heft his spear back over his shoulder. Well, time to go. Unless y'all need anything else.
Thanks. This help is more than enough. It's been great.
Good, good. As he's gonna give y'all a nod before barking at some of the other farmers and getting them moving. He seems to be the oldest and the biggest of the group, so he's probably the one in charge.
Jesse will go and ask for the kids to watch out for Flynn, like you're the adults here now, while we're gone.
You hear this one with the sword lets out a cry,
We'll protect them all.
and then they run away like a little horde.
Oh no.
I look at Jesse. I'm like, Jesse, why do you always inspire the kids to do trouble? You tried to get that kid that Necrocomicon. You're telling these
Like,
kids.
like these kids actually saved one of them. Little inspiring is always good for them.
You know, I don't think you're actually wrong with that. Sooner or later, they're gonna have to learn how to fight, and some of them want to become adventurers. Kind of
You see the tent over here. One of them was taken by the goblin with a short word to his throat, and 4 others beat the hell out of goblin. So they deserve that sword, and they deserve some respect and inspiration for that one.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that they'll be just fine. They already proven this much bravery. I think they'll be good in this world.
And if we find the Necromicon, I'll be sure to pass it to Levi.
We're not gonna do that now. No, no, no.
No.
No,
Of
no,
course
no.
we're not. We
No,
didn't find it
that's
yet. Of course we're not going to do it now.
a step too far.
I'll
I'll
call
let
it
this
step.
one slide, but
You
not the
you
other
call
one.
you call it step too far. I call it step two. Okay, let's go for the goblins.
Alrighty. As y'all start y'all's long journey along the path, is there anything that y'all would like to do? You see the twins are relatively quiet. Their face is set, ready to deal with what's ever going on, hoping at least one of their family members is up ahead somewhere. Kuro's sticking near Sunjin as Sunjin is moving along. Sunjin keeps trying to get their hair out of their face as it seems slightly more curly than it was before.
Nah, the heat will do that to you.
Who will be leading the group after a while? Because after a while, Ebis does get y'all on the path, and it is literally after getting through the woods a little bit, you do see there is a solid path leading through the woods. It's under the cover of trees a lot of the time, so it wouldn't have been able to be seen by Flynn from above, but who would like to lead?
If we lead, do we have to make a survival check?
No. You already have the path, so.
Okay.
Well,
I think I'll.
I think our leader should.
Wait.
So you want like the withered to lead the way again, right? And
No, we're
hopefully-
not gonna have that.
Let's get shanked by another goblin. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Garut's gonna be in the front, and so is Koldak.
Yep, tank to the front.
Alrighty.
Yeah, this time Jesse is going to be like right behind them, but not too far. But
I'll be mid back,
So it's
right next to Tora.
Garrot and Kolbeck leading it, or Garrot and Bethel leading it?
Garrick and Kodak.
Gotcha. Jess is right behind them. He's moving off to the side. Sunjin's taking up the back with Kuro. Alrighty. So what are y'all up to as y'all are walking? Are y'all just walking in silence, chitter-chattering, trying to pin the tail on the Garrot?
I was gonna play a little bit of music and probably tell a tale to keep everyone's mood a little bit lighter, feel less anxious.
Garrett, I think we forgot to ask the guards for one thing. You know what?
What?
Clothes for you.
Oh, I have. Oh, I know. I have clothes. It's just I need them
I'll
fixed.
mend it.
I had. I had to ask for my clothes.
Finally. As I'm casting mending.
Garrot, how long has it been since they were washed?
Oh god.
Since the battle
Okay, so not that.
at the end.
Oh. It's been a few days.
Yeah.
I'll cast a predestination on his clothes so they don't smell that bad and clean them.
It won't fully clean them, but it does mostly get it.
This is much. This kind of reminds me of some old memories.
The tidy whiteys. The tidy whiteys.
No, I meant mending and fixing people's clothes.
Were you a tailor?
You could, with a very side look and nervous gesture, you could say I was something like that.
Oh, you
A
want to
jack
tell
of
us?
all. Yeah, you're a jack of all trades. You do music. Do you cook? You can fix clothes.
My cooking skills are okay. At least the food is, you're able to eat it and digest it. It's okay. It's like a how do I explain this? The food's like okay. That's all you can just say. It's okay. It's not bad, neither good. It's just okay.
Esther, are you
Can-
hiding something?
No, I would never lie to you guys.
Yeah,
can
I'm
hear
not
that
telling about
deception
lying.
roll.
I'm telling about not saying.
I just rolled as soon as you said that. I rolled it before you said it.
Okay. Let's try to beat it.
Yeah, let's try to beat this. Let's see if I can.
You did
So
pretty decent. But Aster's got you beat. Garrot,
yeah,
you're just
totally
distracted by the fact of having pants again. But
Clean pants.
Pants. Woo, pants.
But both
I
of
think
y'all.
I think the party's happy I have pants.
Thank you. It's a little worried.
Well, you're pretty
Uh,
sure Aster's being shifty about something. It doesn't seem important enough for y'all to press on him. But Koldak, you're just like, that motherfucker. He's up to something. He's lying. He's got them
how
shifty
you know
rabbit ears.
I have a great story to tell everyone if y'all would love to listen to it. I know Kuro would especially love it.
Deflection.
Is it a story about you or about some fairy tale?
No, it's more of a nice little tale I hear from where I'm from.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Let's. Like,
If it's about you, let's fire it.
yeah, let's hear it.
But it should be about you and your tailor business.
Oh, no, it's okay. But anyways, there are many that believe we all have red strings connecting all of us to one special person or someone we love the most, like a son to us. But there are some who lost their special someone or the person they care about the most. The string that connects them with them have loosened and begun. But there are some that believe the red string that many have lost are just looking for a different person. And that is it.
Well, that's a nice story.
So
It's something to hear.
Yeah. Let's hope I find somebody one day.
sorry. My dad, when I was on the ship, he always used to say if he wanted a relationship, he wanted a relationship with no strings attached. Was that something I should have read into?
Uh, no, it's just believe where I'm from, just superstitious that oh, the love of your life is connected through fate and you'll meet them. That red string is just pulling you guys together. It's just something from where I'm from.
Jess is like will awkwardly okay, and continue moving.
Can I
I'll
go
just play
back
a
to
little
on
bit.
being on the lookout, for surprises
Yeah.
along the path?
Roll me a perception check.
I'll
Okay.
give them the help action.
Are you proficient with perception?
Yes, I am. I am a Haragon. I get proficiency with that.
Nice.
With them rabbit ears.
What that rabbit tail do, though?
It wiggles.
I need a perception check from Garrett. You have advantage.
Okay. Advantage.
Oh, excuse me.
Perception.
Garrett,
Uh,
you're walking
yeah.
along.
Like he got lost in the woods. What do you want?
Yeah.
At
Speaking
least
of that, you're walking in the
not
woods
one.
and you're looking, there's that squirrel again.
Oh, I was like, hey guys, that's the squirrel I met yesterday. He was very nice.
Okay,
Carrot.
Yeah.
Are, did you hear anything besides the
Yeah.
squirrel?
did the squirrel get you into the trap?
I can't remember.
Now that you said that, Garrett, you're looking around and you're like, I remember that, and it's at that point that Garrett and Koldak, I need a dexterity save. Disadvantage.
Okay. Can I give him the help action?
No. It's a save.
It's a squirrel mastermind.
Yeah. Dex saving throw disadvantage.
Oh god.
Both of y'all suddenly get yanked up in the air and go about 20 feet up.
I'm back upside down, hanging on tight.
Yep. As y'all both realize y'all stepped in a snare.
Oh,
As
That
this is
Garrett, you
familiar.
realize, hey, I was here this morning.
Is it the same one?
No.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check?
What are you trying to percept?
Like, is there anything else like except for the preps?
No, you
I
can
was about to
percept
say,
if you
see
want.
if anyone was watching.
Yeah, you can look around.
On the ropes that are holding us up, how long is the rope itself?
About another 10 feet up. And Aster, Jesse, I don't see anybody. It's just that squirrel.
I tell Groot to brace himself.
Wait a second. I'll just like to everybody, and I'll try to communicate with the squirrel, like because I have this feature, speak with small beasts.
Roll it. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. I think it's the forest gnome. Yep. Squirrel
Yes.
specifically, yeah.
Squirrel specifically, and like to like try to get some information from her. Are there any
Do note
go-
you can communicate simple ideas with them, not back.
with them? Not back. Okay.
So, like, if you go,
Uh,
hey, do you know where this is? Could you get me this? They might be able to understand a simple thing like that. Or you need to get everybody to run. They might understand that.
okay. I'll like come here.
It looks at you, narrows its eyes, looks at Garrot, looks back at you, and then goes, man, fuck it. Puts its
I'll show some food. Like, come, please.
puts his acorn aside, comes up, looks up at you. He crosses his arms in front of his chest. Very sassy squirrel, apparently.
I like the squirrel.
I'll like give him some food and tell, stay with us.
You see, he looks at it and looks back at the food. What kind of food you giving this squirrel?
What kind of food do we have?
I don't know. What kind of rations you got? What do you usually eat?
Nuts.
It takes your nuts, looks at the quality, runs it over, bashes it on a rock. He's beating up your nuts. And he opens it up, takes a look, nods in appreciation, nibbles on the nut, looks back up at you.
Okay. Like, nod if there are anybody in the woods, like
They nod.
goblins in the woods. Small green one.
They look between the lot of you, looking to see if there's any green ones.
They don't nod. So
They nod.
how like nod if they are near us or if they are far.
You see, they think. Nibble on a sunflower. Put the sunflower aside. Go. They run off to a tree, start looking through some bushes, then come back with a full goddamn carrot. Munch on the carrot, holding on to it, and he looks up at you. Then shakes his head.
Show me the way where the goblins are.
Points to the road you're on.
Perfect. I'll give the squirrel one more nut and ask everybody. Anybody want some more information from this beautiful beast?
They break another piece of the carrot off and munch on it.
I have some berries in my ration. I don't know if he wants that.
I'll tell the squirrel. The bunny wants to give you berries.
You see it kind of nods, thinking. Before it nods again.
We can try to domesticate this one and use it as a reconnaissance unit.
Can you ask the squirrel, or can you find out if there are multiple goblin mages?
Wow, I don't think the squirrel will identify the mage.
Yeah, he didn't wear like a pointy hat or something.
Yeah, like he pointed to the direction, like the goblins are on the road.
No, I mean the goblin mage. Does he have like a pointy hat, or I didn't get
He had
that
a
good of a
hood.
look at him? A hood, okay, yeah.
And I like just put the hood over my head, like, and ask, green one, hood, not if he's up front.
You see the squirrel tilt his head, then nod.
Okay, and I'll take yes. The mage is with them. Like not if there are any with them who are black in their color, like, and with the and I like put my hand near my face, like long like snakes in their mouths.
What? How did,
I'm
what are you
trying.
asking about?
Like I'm asking the squirrel to nod if there is something like that looks black, and with the snakes from its pulling from its head. So like I think they don't know what the squid is, so it's the closest that I
Okay,
can
that's what
explain.
you're asking. Okay. I thought you were asking if there was a Medusa in the area. I'm like,
No, not
why are we
Medusa.
asking about that? Yeah, you see it kind of tilts its head, does some
It's okay.
thinking. It holds up a finger and then runs off into the woods.
Oh,
About a minute later, it comes back with a rabbit and a. It's not a groundhog. A gerbil. Not a gerbil. Small rodent.
Okay,
mouse.
we'll give some food
Mouse,
for all
thank
of
you.
them.
Yes, he was a mouse. And then they kind of look up at you and shake their head.
Okay, perfect. And any people with them,
They look at you confused.
like us, and I'll show like not green.
You see the
Red.
squirrel strokes their chin before looking at him, then looking at his woodchuck. Not wood something.
Beaver.
No, might be a woodchuck.
Woodpecker?
Tiny little squirrel-looking thing.
Chipmunk.
Yeah, that. It's a fucking chipmunk. That took a minute. It's a chipmunk, a rabbit, and a squirrel. But you see they're thinking. The squirrel goes to nod to you, but then the rabbit kind of thumps their foot and he looks around and there's a little bit of back and forth there of something. You don't really know what they're saying, but they're saying something. And then the squirrel nods.
Jump how many
They just do once.
at once? So they might have one prisoner with them. So this is already a good one. And can you jump how many green ones?
They just kind of look at you, just like you get the distinct impression the squirrel don't fucking know how to count.
Uh, I was thinking the best of her. Uh, so the squirrels they say that the goblins are ahead, the wizard is the wisdom, the Mindflayer is not, and there at least one who is not looking like the goblin and it's more looking like us. So there might have one prisoner with them.
Well, that's a lot of useful information from a squirrel.
Yes, like it managed to incapacitate Garut yesterday, so this one is intelligent.
A
Can I be your
devious
friend,
smart.
squirrel?
Okay, at this point, I'm going to tell Groot to brace himself, and then
Forgot,
about-
Colton and Karen are still hanging from the wire.
And
They're
Jesse's like
fine. They're not
Cinderella, right?
dying.
and I'm just going to cast Sword Burst just above us so that it's cutting the rope but not us.
Oh my god. Oh,
Ask the squirrel if I can be its friend.
there's a loud thud. The squirrel just kind of looks over, looks down at him, nods. You'll need to take some falling damage. Give me a second. That is going to be 8 falling damage to Garrot and Kaldok.
Wow.
Kaldok. As
What's
y'all
up?
fall upside, you take 8 falling damage
Oh, good.
I can.
as you fall on y'all's heads.
Ooh.
Maybe
So-
we should do something about it.
It'll be fine.
I'm thinking about maybe a little short rest before we proceed, so you guys could patch yourself up.
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's continue on. I'm fine.
Just blood coming from his head.
It's not the first time I fell down, upside down today.
Koldek, what about you?
As I look at,
I mean, if we're just going to be moving up slowly in that, if we get into a position where we need to be making an attack, it might be worth taking a short rest beforehand anyway. So we'll see how we go.
Okay, maybe and I pointed the bloodied Minotaur. Maybe we could at least patch him up a little bit, and I'll ask Kuro, like maybe he can do something about it.
Garrot's not bloodied yet, is he?
He
No.
has blood on his horns, you told, like because of the fall.
no.
He's not bloodied, he just has a knot on his head.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I have a little bump on my head.
It's not enough damage that Kuro is willing to waste the resources at the moment. Because Kuro only has 2 spells and can only use the healer's kit on y'all once.
Okay.
See, me and Kuro in the same boat. I only have 2 spells.
Yeah, y'all don't have a lot. So resource heavy.
Okay, let's proceed then, I guess. But be more careful with the traps. Maybe we'll
get
ask
2 spells.
Uves or Sanjin to go up front because they are more experienced trackers. Evis, I mean.
Is that what y'all want to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I will take the squirrels and the other animals by giving them one of my 1-day ration, kind of like split between all of them.
Nice. They give you a gold piece.
Aw, thank you guys. You're so
So
sweet.
you,
Hope we meet again.
You see the rabbit thump twice on the ground.
If you want to follow, you
look-
can.
I look at that squirrel. I'm like, you same.
What did you say to the squirrel?
I just look at him. I'm like, I'm just like looking at him. I'm like, I'm kind of seeing if it was the same one because all squirrels. I could, it could have. They all look the same, so this could have been a different squirrel. Or it's just the same squirrel.
Oh, you're pretty sure it's the
Pretty
same
sure
squirrel.
squirrel.
It's in the eyes.
It's in the eyes. Okay. Okay.
like you should tread lightly.
Why does the squirrel hate me?
The squirrel's amazing. I don't know what you guys talk about. It's an awesome squirrel. Got some sass and personality. You're an awesome squirrel.
It's at that point you'll hear something moving in the woods.
Okay, in what direction?
off to the east, and as you'll look over there, you'll see a fox creeping towards the woodland critters that are on the ground.
Must protect little ones.
I'll just tell the fox, get away or we'll hurt you.
You see the fox kind of just hisses at you, and he starts to move towards. But when y'all all look back to the woodland, the squirrel has a flintlock pointed at the fox.
What?
Hell
And
yeah.
the fox goes big-eyed and just slowly backs back into the thing.
Squirrel, you deserve more food for that. Giving him another ration.
Again, what was the squirrel holding?
The flintlock pistol.
Flintlock pistol, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving him a whole day's worth of food.
It's a little one about the size of his hand.
I'll propose the squirrel to stay with us for indefinite amount of food.
Yeah, this is crazy. First, there is a sling trap sturdy enough to catch a minotaur, and now there's a squirrel with a fucking gun.
You see the squirrel looks up at you and scratches his chin.
Something is up. I look at the squirrel with hesitation, and I'm not as friendly to the squirrel as the others.
Wait, do I see this?
I'm a bit more distant.
Like infinite food. Like it's time to join us.
You see he points at the chipmunk and the rabbit.
They can join too.
He nods and
Yeah.
holds up another finger, then points over the woods.
Alright. We'll meet you back over there then.
You
And,
see they shake their
and-
hand and then point to the ground again.
Can I ask for the gun, please?
He shakes his head.
No.
Like
No, don't steal his weapon.
20 kilos of nuts. I don't know.
It's also too small for your hand. It's squirrel hand sized.
Okay, squirrel
You're
hand size gun.
fantastic.
Yeah. It's tiny.
Oh, I want that
God,
squirrel.
There's gonna be a great tale to tell about you, squirrel.
Garrett, I think like if that squirrel took you down and did it for good, like it has skills.
But it's at that point you see the squirrel gesture at all of y'all and then point at the ground again.
No.
And what's on the ground?
Nothing. It's just on the ground in front of it.
Oh. Should I investigate?
Yes.
Yes, I'll try.
You don't have to roll anything.
Okay, that's not.
As you see it face palm. But Aster, you get the distinct impression as you're looking at it and the squirrel face palms at you. The squirrel was trying to tell you to stay here.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. See, I'm new to like understanding this language you're speaking of. I'm sorry.
So you want us to rest here, right? Nod if yes.
They shake their head.
Mm.
They hold up a single finger on their paw and then walk off into the woods.
Like
think
which
it was a
finger?
squirrel.
Like the middle finger or like the thumb?
What would be equivalent to their pointer finger.
Yeah, it's okay. I think I know.
The universal hold on. But they disappear into the woods for about 10 minutes. The rabbit and the chipmunk are still chilling.
I'm gonna try to or see if I can get permission to pet one of them.
The rabbit hops in your lap.
Yes.
Jesse, you were saying?
Yeah. I just wanted to help Esther, but if he's doing fine, I'm not.
Yeah, this rabbit is like, give me pets, bitch. Pet me.
Oh, that's what I want too. You're living the good life. I want pets too. Don't worry, rabbit.
It's a couple minutes
I'll get
later.
with the special.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I was just like I know the special spot for like the ears for a rabbit.
Fair. I bet you do. But it's a couple minutes later, the squirrel returns with a raccoon. But the raccoon has a belt, and on the belt is a hammer
Okay.
and a blacksmith
Yours.
apron.
I
That's the
bow to
culprit.
this raccoon.
A blacksmith what?
Raccoon. Walking on two
blacksmith.
legs.
I'm pretty sure this one built the traps. And the
I
gun.
found it.
Oh no.
But
I look at like, is this the rat? Oh man, the raccoon built the tree. Oh man.
the raccoon
Okay.
looks up at the trap. And as y'all are seeing this, and it's getting a good look at you, for this week, that is going to be where we leave it for this week. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun. We're going to deal with the raccoon next week. And for everybody that is listening to us this week, I thank you for joining us this week for our first session proper of the Tides of Fate. I swear I can talk. But we'll be seeing y'all next week, hopefully, and I hope y'all come back to enjoy. Have a good night.
What's happening in the forest with these animals?
Bye.